So I've got a photography studio in Fleetwood. I take pictures from maternity, newborn, little babies, family pictures. Been doing it for 10 years. The thing I like to think that makes me different is that I try not to stage the pictures too much. So I want the parents to know that they can bring the kids in and the kids can be kids. I don't care if they run around like crazy, if they don't do what they're told. In fact, I actually quite like it when the kids don't do what they're told, because as long as they do it on the background, I get much more genuine pictures of them. And I really like it when the parents leave thinking, oh my God, we didn't get anything. And then they come back for the viewing, and because the kids have actually had space and time to be themselves, we've got the best pictures usually in them sittings when they're not really posed. Yeah, and I think as well with the newborn sittings, I don't put a time limit on the sitting. I know a lot of studios or photographers that do it from home will say like a 2-hour shoot for a newborn, but to me, I book the whole day off. So if they've got a newborn sitting, they come in, we take our time. If baby needs feeding, that's fine. And usually we don't need that much longer than 2 or 3 hours, but I think for the mum, especially knowing that they're coming in and there isn't a time limit, that element of pressure and stress is already taken away for them, which I think baby can feel. Also, it's not there for me as well, so I do my job better. And I like to pride myself on the fact that a parent can come in, I say parent but more focused towards a mum, can come in and there doesn't need to be any false pretenses. They can come in, and I mean, it's never happened, but I would welcome a mum in her pyjamas if she needed to with a newborn, because I know it's hard getting out of the house. I certainly went to the studio in my pyjamas to photograph Rupert when he was born. Yeah, because it is hard with a newborn, and you have to be there in the first 2 weeks to get the squishy posed photos, and I want mums to know that they can come in their most vulnerable stage and just sit on the couch and watch while I get the pictures, because obviously that time doesn't come round again.
When you say squishy posed photographs, do you mean like...
Yeah, so that was Mary. I think she was 10 days old then. After the 2-week stage, they start wriggling around a lot more. They're a lot less sleepy, so it's a lot harder to get them in those positions. Definitely after 3 weeks, it's really, really difficult. And a pose like that can take me up to an hour sometimes to get, and then you take 6 pictures and then you're working on the next pose. So newborn pictures are very, very different to a lot of the other pictures I do of children, which are very fast-paced. With a 2-year-old, they can come in and be in and out within 20 minutes sometimes, and I take probably 3 or 4 times more pictures than I do with a newborn. So they are very different.
They're so lovely to look back on though, aren't they?
Yeah. It's definitely something that you don't want to miss out on with your children. I get a lot of parents coming in and saying, I wish we'd done it. Especially with like the second child coming in for newborn pictures and saying we really regretted not doing it for the first. But it's hard to prioritise the time. but it is important, definitely. Brings up lots of memories and emotions.